Hello everyone, welcome to the VivoTech show. My name is Kelly and I'm the product trainer in VivoTech.
And I'm Emilio, I'm part of the pre-sales team here at VivoTech.
In this episode of the VivoTech show, we will unbox crowd control solution. And not just unboxing, we will also demonstrate how everything works. Okay. Every manufacturer has their own solution and this is our approach and it's pretty great. So Emilio, let's talk about the problem first. Obviously, crowd control solution is here because of the COVID-19 pandemic that we are experiencing right now.
Yes.
Now, before this, we've seen a lot of people being home for a few months, even a few weeks to a few months already. And however, even though they're at home, they still have to go to the supermarket and buy goods for their living, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're also seeing an increase in the security guard that's being hired in front of the store to control that crowd and the crowd that's indoors.
Mm-hmm.
But what risk do you see for that security guard?
Yes. Well, when we talk about the pandemic, this one is something that is going to be touching everyone, independent of where they are or what they are doing. So on the side of the guard, we can think about it. What is the risk that is going to be happening for this person? He's going to be in the front of people, trying to control the queue, the flow of people, and being in touch with hundreds of people every single day. We don't know who is infected, who is not, and we are just placing this guard in the position of risk of getting infected more easily. Another
problem that I don't know if you agree with is the people that's been staying home for a very long time and waiting in queue. Obviously, they are in a pressured situation already,
yes, exactly.
And you get impatient pretty easily if you wait in a 45-minute queue.
Yes.
And the guard, standing there for however long that shift may be, is also in a pressured environment.
Mm-hmm.
What risk do we see from those two group of people?
Yes. Well, human-to-human interaction is often going to cause some friction, especially when you take into account that people have been in lockdown, they have been sitting at home, they are eager to go outside, they are eager to go buy their stuff and get to see the outside. And you are placing a guard that is trying to control the flow of people. People want to get inside the store, get their stuff, and the guard is trying to control how many people is able to actually go inside without putting everyone at risk. So this is bound to cause some friction between both of them. So this is an added risk that is going to be not only for the guard, but also for the people in line, because you cannot control who is going to wake up in a bad mood and just cause a scene in the queue.
That's very true. The last problem that we're seeing right now is obviously this whole situation is becoming a little bit more stable right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing a lot of economies that will or are opening up right now again. So stores are opening back up again. And government, to reinforce the social distancing, to fulfill the social distancing regulation, are putting out regulation on crowd control, right?
Yes, exactly.
So what do you see in that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the government is trying to allow people to go outside, but not putting at risk. Yeah. So they are implementing this regulation of the store owners had to be able to keep the flux of people constant without increasing the risk of getting people infected inside. So the solution is going to be pointing at helping achieve this outcome.
That's great. And I think let's talk about the solution, how the crowd control can benefit. And I'd like to continue where you just left off.
Mm-hmm.
Now, very obviously on the table right now, this whole thing can fulfill the government regulation.
Exactly.
Coming back to the problem that we discussed a little bit earlier, for the security guard and the customer, what do you see on how the crowd control solution can solve that problem?
Mm-hmm. Well, on the side of the guard, we are actually allowing him to have more flexibility. He's going to be not at risk, but he's going to be able to actually control the influx of people going into the store. And for the store owner, if we're looking on the side of the store owner, he also has some responsibility of actually taking care of their staff. So the solution is going to be helping control the flux of people going inside and putting little less risk into actually getting infected, the people working inside the stores.
What about for the customer? Do you see any benefits they get from a crowd control solution?
Yes, exactly. Well, because the solution is actually going to help the people get more information of what is happening inside the store. Before I go inside, if I am, for example, in the group, the high risk group, then I will be looking into deciding if I want to go inside or not, depending on how many people is already inside the store.
Now let's talk about the application side of crowd control solutions. This is obviously important because the economy and stores are opening back up again and they have this. Now, what kind of application other than crowd control do you see in the whole solution?
Yes, so this is actually something that we thought about from the very beginning. We don't want this solution to be something that is used once and then stored away. It's going to have another purpose, and after everything is finished, then we will be moving into offering the business analytics. So the business analytics, or like the business intelligence, is going to be benefiting from this solution itself.
Okay, I think that's a great point that you're making right now. Obviously, we don't want this to turn into a one-time purchase, because as a store owner, the more stores you have, the amount of money that you're going to spend on this solution might pile up depending on the number of stores that you're handling with. So the great point that you're making right now is that we need to think of this in a long-term perspective.
Yes.
Right, 2021, 2022, even the years after that. And how does this kind of solution fit into the business side for the owner?
Yes, right. Well, we want to have advantage now and in the future also. So this is what the solution is actually pointing to, using the business intelligence and making your store operate more intelligently.
So here we have the pieces for our crowd control solution. And I'm looking at 3 boxes right here. What are they?
Well, here the solution is made up of these 3 components.
Okay.
The MBR, here we have the camera, and this is going to be the link between both devices. It's going to be the PoE switch.
I think we should start with our unboxing. Which one do you like to start with?
Yes, so I think we will start with the most critical piece of device. It's going to be the camera.
All right, let's do it.